Unit 4, Graphing and Slope, Lesson 8, Part 4, Writing a Linear Equation from Context, Part 1. So we're going to be doing from context in Lesson 9 as well, and in Lesson 10 too. So these are problems, contextual problems, dealing with concepts learned in the previous 3 parts of this lesson. So first, a bamboo tree is 36 inches tall when Bobby Joe begins taking measurements. In 3 days, the tree grows to 45 inches tall. Write an equation for the height of the tree. Now, in context, slope tells you how things are changing, and y-intercept tells you how things are starting. We actually have 2 points in this problem because the x represents the number of days that the tree has been growing, and y represents the height of the tree, how tall the tree is. We have x and y. So the bamboo tree is 36 inches tall when Bobby Joe begins taking measurement. That would be day 0. 3 days, it has grown to 45 inches. So these are 2 points from these problem. Now a point is going to be something that relates the x with the y, in this case the days with the height. We know 0 days is 36, 3 days is 45. First I would identify the y-intercept as 36. Next, let's find the slope. We could do, let's do 45 minus 36 on bottom, keeping it positive, and 3 minus 0 on bottom. 45 minus 36 is 9, 3 minus 0 is 3, so we get a slope of 3. By the way, the slope here means 3 inches per day. So this would be y equals 3x plus 36. The y-intercept, of course, meaning that it started at 36, because y-intercepts are starting values. In a popular video game, the objective is to walk around shooting all the bad guys. A level starts with 37 bad guys, and Gamer Gabe shoots 4 bad guys a minute. Write an equation for the number of bad guys remaining. All right, this problem actually already gives us slope and intercept. We just need to recognize them. Level starts with 37. A starting value is my y-intercept. Gamer Gabe shoots 4 bad guys a minute. That is a rate of change. Every minute, the number of bad guys changes by 4. It's actually going down by 4, so the slope is negative 4. With that, let's see, we've got y being the number of bad guys, and x is the number of minutes that Gabe has been playing the level. It's going to be y equals negative 4x. Oh, that kind of didn't look very good. Y equals negative 4x plus 37. It also might make sense to do 37 minus 4x. This would show you starting and then going down by 4 each minute. It's the same equation, just in different order. Daryl is an amateur boxer. Every time he loses a match, he also loses 1 tooth. He started with 32 teeth. Write an equation for the number of teeth Daryl has left. All right, he starts with 32 teeth. That is the y-intercept. He loses 1 tooth each match he loses. That's actually a slope. Down 1 tooth per match. Remember here that y represents the number of teeth he has, and x is the number of losses. Maybe there's 2 s's. Okay, so it would be y equals negative x plus 32, or y equals 32 minus x would represent the number of teeth he has left. I guess after he loses 32 matches, he won't have any teeth left at all. And you can't have negative teeth, so it is limited to how far this equation works. So in general, for interpreting y-intercept, well, you can find y-intercept on a table by finding the input of x. On a graph, you can find the y-intercept where it crosses the y-axis. The y-intercept is the constant term in the equation. And a y-intercept describes how a quantity starts, where something starts. When the x variable equals 0, you'll get your y-intercept. Now on your practice here, number 1, you're going to write a linear equation in slope-intercept form that goes through the given points. Or we've got the graph as well. Number 2, you're going to write a linear equation for each of the two situations. And this is going to be like the ones we just saw earlier in this video. Number 3, you're going to review graphing these. It doesn't say what method to use, so you could use the method of slope-intercept form, or you can find the intercepts and graph. Number 4 is a review of substitution. You're going to plug in 4 for A, B is going to be 1, and C is going to be -1/4 into this expression, and then you evaluate using the order of operations. Number 5, you're going to get T by itself. We did that back in Unit 1. Number 6, you're going to solve this equation. It is kind of complicated. It looks like you're going to have to do some distributing, adding like terms, that sort of thing. Number 7, fill in the blanks to create a linear equation with a steeper slope and a lower y-intercept. Okay, on this you need to understand steeper slopes are going to have bigger slope numbers, and a lower y-intercept will have a smaller y-intercept number. And then on number 8, you're going to interpret y-intercept for each of equation and context. So that is telling what the y-intercept means. What does the 20 mean here? Y is the total fee for an equipment rental return, X hours after the equipment checkout. Well, it doesn't matter how long you rent it for. It looks like you're going to be paying $20. So $20 is the basic rental fee, it looks like.